Green Voices, celebrating environmental achievements.
What NEMA is doing is actually is a benefit to the country. It's a benefit to industries, whether we're talking about the cement industry, the oil industry, or any other manufacturing sector. What NEMA is doing by having those regulations in place, it actually allows us to ask the question, well, if we're looking at emissions or solid waste management or effluents, what then do we need to do in terms of, for example, investment? So one key issue is we're looking at best available technology. So when the NEMA regulations came along, it was not difficult for us, but it was really at least the regulations allowed us as a business to focus on what Kenya needs in terms of the cement industry, because I think even NEMA has acknowledged that the cement industry is recognized as one of the most, in some cases, the biggest polluters as far as dust emissions is concerned, because cement by its nature is a dusty business. So managing that dust, because the stakeholders get to appreciate that, well, we know that you guys pollute a lot. What are you doing in order to manage that? But like I said, over the last at least for this plant since '98, and the plant manager alluded to, we've invested in looking at dust abatement technologies, putting in high fabric filters that are able to control those dust emissions. Moving our material from the storage room into the grinding plant, it's moved by conveyor. Now, if that conveyor is exposed to wind, that's going to generate a lot of fugitive dust. So we take it upon ourselves. A simple thing is just cover the conveyors. So by covering the conveyors, you ensure that fugitive dust is not escaping. Within our offloading sections of the plant, for example, for clinker, we have what we call dust extractors. So every time the clinker is offloaded, at least the dust extractors are taken through a fan to ensure that dust is not escaping into the atmosphere. A simple one is when you're grinding cement. Because grinding cement, we're going to get a very fine powder. And now that fine dust can easily escape into the atmosphere. Again, we've invested in filters that are able to trap that dust and then recycle it back into the systems. The good thing about the regulations, it actually gave us now a focal point in as far as environmental management is concerned in Kenya. Because yes, we could follow the Lafarge environmental regulations, but with NEMA, for example, they required us to carry out an audit annually. So see, the good thing about the audit is that it's a report that's very comprehensive in terms of what we're currently doing in terms of environmental management and what we need to do and how we're addressing those challenges. So NEMA, when we work with partners like NEMA, they're able to follow up and say, okay, last year in your audit you talked about A, B, C, D. What then are we going to do going forward to ensure that that we're complying with these particular measures? So in terms of the day-to-day business, it has not so much interrupted. It's only just, like I said, it's only just enforced our environmental responsibility within the group.
Green Message brought to you by NEMA in partnership with the Standard Group and Beryl Foundation.